sat beside her. There was nothing in her eyes, nothing that could hide her. She was singing in her sleep and she was looking at me. She was singing in her sleep and she was singing sad. There was nothing in her voice, nothing that could hide her. There was nothing in her voice, nothing that could side her. Nobody could see. Love is just a little lamb looking for a hunk of ham. Love is just a little lamb looking for a hunk of ham. Love is just a little lamb looking for a home, 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 home. Hola, mis amigos. It's me, Randy, singer for the residents. And this is Chuck on keyboards. And Bob on guitar. Now, I'm sure all of our longtime fans out there remember that there were always 4 of us. Well, I'm sorry to say that Carlos has retired. Carlos came back to Mexico. He had to take care of his sick mother in Guadalajara. Enferme madre. And then we tried to find Carlos. We wanted him to come to this show tonight. But we heard that Carlos went to Texas. Van Horn, Texas. ¿Dónde es Carlos? Okay, so we wanted to invite all of you people into our little living room here. Now, we're gonna play a few songs for you and tell you a few stories. Now, some of these stories are kind of spooky. So, get ready. Here is the first one. It's called The Talking Light. I was a lonely teenage. Once, when I was a lonely teenage. Once, when I was a lonely teenager. Once when I was a teenager, I was out walking by myself and wandered into an unfamiliar area. The land was badly eroded, and as I looked at the small ravine, I saw a little cottage that appeared to be deserted. I noticed a weathered piece of paper stuck to the door. Became curious as to what it said. In large, shaking letters were following words. If you find my baby inside, please bury him. Please, startled, I took the note off the door and continued to read.
Something has my baby in that house and I can't get him back. There's a light, some kind of light is surrounding my baby, and every time I try to reach my hand in and grab him, it burns me. But it don't seem to be hurting him none. There's a voice is coming out of the light, and it says, find the ring, find the ring. I looked everywhere for that ring. I tore up the furniture, I ripped up the wallpaper, I tore up the floorboards, but I can't find no ring anywhere. Now I am so tired. I am so tired, I don't know what to do. I need to go find help. But I may not make it back to my poor baby. Oh God, help us. I think somehow we have wound up in hell. I get the feeling it must be my baby's fault. But I don't know what he's done to deserve this.
lost in our life, lost in our life, lost in our life, lost, lost, lost. Except for a small area around the baby bassinet in the center of the room, the interior of the shack was total chaos. After working my way through the jumble of broken furniture, loose floorboards, I finally reached the side of an oddly spotless and pristine bassinet, covered by a clean white blanket. Filled with apprehension, I removed the cover, revealing the perfectly formed skeleton of a baby, clutching a wedding ring